I hope everyone's doing well and safe. Large up the Twitch gang. Don't forget, we're here till whenever. We stay on Twitch, but we also include YouTube at 11:30. Hope everyone's doing well and safe. Hope you're having a progressive start to the week and all of those things, man. Get your opinions, all those things in. Let's go, man. Shortly still.
I get this right back, Charlie.
All this hype about Raphinha, there's dons in North London that can deal with them. People deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for tuning back in each and every time. First things first, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and of course good night, where obviously it applies. Hope everybody listening and their loved one is doing well and safe. Hope you're all healthy. Hope you're having a progressive week. Obviously it's Thursday now, we're winding down for the week, we're gearing up to the weekend, so give it one little final push in terms of your goals, hopes, dreams, ambitions, and aspirations. As usual, appreciative of all the support you lot give me. Obviously, I think we've got 5.4K subs now. I think we just got to 400, Twitch said. So yeah, we're literally over halfway there to 10,000. So journey to 10,000 and beyond is needed, man. Of course, bro, still cashing in on that highlight play. That's money, bro. That's an NFT. That's legacy, bro. Ronaldinho's goal at the O2 World Cup, Zidane in the Champions League, flipping Thierry Henry when he returned from Leeds and that, returned to play against Leeds. You've got to, man. You've got to, bro. To be honest, I've done hella other drillings and they've never been recorded, to be honest with you. Like I always say, the goal I scored for Barnet South, I'm a bookie ring. I played for like 3 teams this season or last season. Cutting off the right-hand side, smashed it with the left, Raphinha-esque. I wish that was recorded. I wish it was recorded, man. It was Iron Robin-esque, like the defenders talking ish to me. I can't lie, as an old man as well, but he was talking ish, like, you're not going to do it, you're not going to do it. I was looking at him thinking, you don't know, man's got a left foot D. You're going to get bandilied, and that's exactly what happened, man. I got to brace that game. Big up Toby if you're listening, man. He as soon as I scored, when we're celebrating, he ran up to me and said, I'm never going to give you credit for this. This is the only time. But yeah, big up you lot, man. DG, what did you say to the camera at the end of the intro? I can't figure it out. What part are you referring to? Let me pre that again. Obviously, it's catchy on the intro, really, so there's an excuse to spin it again. No, what part are you talking about? Talking about here. If you're talking about that, then I'm just screaming, nil, boys. Nil. That was my better goal, car. I scored that literally. I lost my captain's armband in one team, obviously. Let's not talk on them things. And then I went back home and it was written in the stars, man. I come off the bench and scored. You get it? Like, I was home and that, man. It's crazy. Man said adrenaline rush from DG in the cell. Bro, I'm a passion merchant, man. That's what I live for, man. I'm here to ruin people's days and just be a passion merchant, man. That's all I got, man. Just I think the fans would love, man, though. I can't lie, man. Like, just do anything for the cause, man. Anything for the cause, man. Trust it, Wooly was a Bamian. In fact, it was worse than a Bamian settings, man. If you saw the email I got, I've never seen Sunday League football. I mean, well, to be honest, that team that I used to play for, it's all love. You can sign for them. A lot of them don't know about football, but this is the first time I've been given the when I say I was given the email, it's saying section this, section that. There's bare different highlights. There's bare different attachments to the emails. Brazy. It was brazy. You got to be shameless in this life, man. Yeah, that's what I always do, bro. Every tackle. Like, are you crazy? Do you know how gassed it is? Even in Sunday League, when someone's trying, you don't even hear that DG. I get gassed. I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. Let's make a 50-50. Let's fly into a 50-50. Gas up the crowd immediately. So yeah, it is what it is. But on a serious note, get your opinions in. Big up you lot. Great way to start the day. Obviously, Banduli Brazilians like Richarlison are going Spurs. Raphinha, Deco, Barcelona, Chelsea, Arsenal, still part of this Raphinha love triangle. I'm nobody, but I rule Arsenal out because Barca was his first choice. Chelsea was his second. He was dead set to go Arsenal one day, dead set to go Chelsea the next day, and then the day after it's Barcelona. And to be honest, you have to big up Deco, especially because he's played a blinder. He's probably got Leeds more money now. Obviously, it wouldn't even surprise me if Barcelona getting cheaper than what Chelsea or Arsenal were prepared to pay, and a better sell-on clause and things. But he's probably leveraged Arsenal's interest to get a better deal with Barca. He's probably leveraged Arsenal's interest to get a better deal at Chelsea. And obviously, they've clearly, with Arsenal, in my opinion, I think Arsenal and Raphinha and his advisors have an agreement. Chelsea have allegedly an agreement with Leeds, and obviously they're getting closer towards what they want for Raphinha in terms of personal terms. And to be honest, I saw they agreed 115 a week, not the biggest. So that's that. But the man's got his heart set on Barcelona. So I still maintain he's going to sign for Chelsea. Obviously, I hope he plays for Barcelona. I just don't know what's going on there, really and truly. Obviously, big up United fans. It seems like De Jong will be announced by the end of the week, so maybe that has ramifications. That frees up funds. I know they've been selling some image rights and all of these sort of things. So, and again, these clubs are bookie. 1 minute they broke, the next minute they're not. Barca, Juventus, they're always doing the Bandulu thing, really and truly. Even to a degree, Arsenal, again, we didn't get Raphinha. We're not getting Raphinha, but it's based on who we've been linked with and the money we've spent. To be fair, we were the biggest spenders in Europe last season with 150 million. Rebuilding the side. I don't think the targets we was linked with or targets we may or may not have attained or attempted to attain. I don't think many Arsenal fans, or let me speak for myself, it was going to happen without Champions League football. And to be honest with you, maybe if we had Champions League football, Arsenal could have leveraged this Raphinha stuff and got it over the line. But it's levels, the man's got his heart set on Barcelona. If he don't get Barca, he gets Chelsea, where it's Champions League football. Thomas Tuchel, competitive squad. Chelsea are being linked with Helladons, Raphinha, De Ligt, Skriniar as well. Sterling looks like that's going to happen. Again, there's even rumours they ain't even giving up on Ousmane Dembele. And obviously Ousmane Dembele right now has not signed a new deal. I don't know if there's a reality where Dosky, who's been pictured in Ibiza with Xavi. I don't know, people. Apologies for hitting the screen. It even looks like Memphis Depay is staying as well. So fully transfer window, man. It's fully transfer season and things. I know you'll be watching this on Twitch, people, but on YouTube at 11:30, we're going to be talking more specifically about Arsenal. Please hit the like button on such, people. I don't rate Richarlison at 50 million, but depth for Spurs, good signing for them. Do you know what? Richarlison's a player I think fans fall in love with from a footballing perspective very quickly. He's a see you next Tuesday. He flies into tackles. He's a battering ram. He's a bit of a twat. I could see why. For Spurs, I'd say it's arguably, obviously if Conte could take him to the next level, then it's decent. But I think he's a good player for the squad. Obviously, I don't think you're taking Kane or Son's spot, but Kane, Son, Kulusevski, 50 million pound man, there's pressure there. And obviously, it takes the pressure, quote unquote, of Kane because he can be rested or Son can be rested, or if there's injuries, there's several things. And Richarlison is fairly adaptable. It looks like they're getting him and Lynette. I don't rate Lynette one bit. It's not for me to rate. If he does well, he does well. They needed a left-sided centre back. They were linked with Pastoni and all of these brothers. I'm happy that they've got Lynette. For Lynette, he's got an opportunity to play for the Spuds going into the World Cup. And to be honest, Richarlison, Lynette, Basuma, who apparently today or yesterday has been cleared of sexual assault charges. Basuma, good options really. If they get Spence over the line, maybe need if I was a Spurs fan, maybe need one more midfielder. I think there's good things developing there. I think you've got young Alfie Devine, crazy at 17, 18 years of age. Not ready right now, but keep the pathway clear for him. It looks like Winks is going to keep it moving. Højbjerg will stay and be part of the squad. Basuma and Bentancur is lit. I mean, I would have tried to, he looks like he's going United, but I would have looked to try and get Eriksen back. I think if they could get one more guy that can break lines and things like that, then I think they're set, if I'm completely honest with you, to go with what they have. Probably need to long-term, every season that Lloris is in goal for them, you're kind of wondering, not that he's rubbish or anything, but when are they going to sign a keeper with more years in his legs and things like that? So I think Richarlison's a good say. It's a bit meaty, obviously. If Chelsea get Raphinha, fair enough. We got Gab Jesus, a man got Richarlison. So the agendas are ready to start. I already told you about these Brazilian dons with blonde highlights, but we got the real Brazilians. Skin fades, level ones, or Buki, Bandulu, half your haircut. These are what's required. Has the show started? Nah, bro. Have Barca even got the piece to pay my man's wages? Brazy stuff, probably not. But if his dream's set on them and they're willing to wait, is what it is. And you hear Deco's going to hold talks once again with Chelsea, so he might go back to Chelsea and say, you know what, put a couple more hundred on what you're offering us, because this is what he can get around them side. So his agents played a blinder, really. I think Chelsea have won the race. I don't think Barca have the money. Of course, I'd love to be proven wrong, and with every hour that ticks, you're more hopeful that happens. But I just think he's going to end up at Chelsea. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if Raphinha is really a priority for Barcelona beyond all his talent and them agreeing personal terms in February and things. They're linked with Lewandowski. Bernardo Silva's probably a dream, but there's Bernardo Silva, there's Conde, there's all these other guys. I don't know how far up the client list Raphinha is. For me, I think they treat Raphinha how Arsenal allegedly are treating Telemans, like we'll spin the block again for you. But I don't know really. And is that a position they need? I think Raphinha would be a great signing for them, but they got bare man. Like Barca actually have bare guys. Like Memphis, assuming Raphinha comes on paper, on paper, Dembele's still there at least for 24 hours. Ferran Torres, Aubameyang, Memphis Depay, Ansu Fati. There's bare dons. Like there's actually bare dons there. So something would have to happen, man. Something would have to happen. I mean, Conte has to be building an aggressive team. That's what he's about, man. I mean, Conte's doing bits, man. We just hope that he busts out, man. DG, get ready to hate Richarlison. I already hate him. He's already signed for them, man. It's always funny how Raphinha didn't agree personal terms, because Chelsea actually done the deal with Leeds real quick. I mean, the only ones that Raphinha, at this moment in time, that Raphinha's rejected has been Spurs, ironically, and they've just got that over the line. I'm kind of shook Spurs building a squad with Conte to solidify top 4 next year and leave us behind. I'm not shook. This is the Premier League. It was a top 4. Then it was a top 6. Now it's a top 10. We can't be scared of competition and play. And as much as I don't want to praise Spurs or United or anyone or even us necessarily, people, you want to be better than you was last year. If you had goals that you want to attain this year, or you achieve something this year, most people want to achieve greater things in 2023. So competition, innovation, this is what keeps us alive in the world, really. And that word competitive is what comes back to mind. Reality is, again, unless you're City, who are starting to drop players on everyone, nobody's clear of everyone, really and truly, in my opinion. Some people are better than others, of course. Well, I'd say Chelsea are clear of those below them to a degree, but you get the point. I mean, that's what Conte is about, that Italian fight, that desire. Obviously, he's getting players of his similar mentality. That's what you would expect, really and truly. So I wouldn't say I'm necessarily shook, or you should be necessarily shook. You just have to get with the times, really. Richarlison still might be a rebel when he steps on the pitch for Spurs and he blows it up like Vinicius did for them. We just need to focus on Martinez and Telemans, then move on to different targets. Charles, I definitely man said man got email career mode football manager settings. Bro, if you saw the highlighted from like yellow highlight, green highlight, bro, literally like 4 or 5 attachments to the email in relation to this. I don't know what happened though. I can't really talk on them things, I thought football was meant to be some part, shout out to the galley out there, but I thought football was meant to be some masculine shit, certain people on that team got knickers on, really and truly, if I'm completely honest with you. I personally thought you could have arguments and tear-ups and it's all calm again, really. But yeah, man, people doing everything apart from calling the 5-0, really. And damn, the owner of the team, we was in the same school together. You know how much crud we did? Like, in fact, forget schools. You know what crud? How much life and death situations we was in? And then you're going to snake me for football? Okay. Donnies aren't real, man. Lil Reese been telling Dons about this. And then I won in the end because you want all the drillers back. Like, here's where it is, man. Shout out Arnold and the rest of them. What did I say that team was called again? Is it AFC? I think it was AFC Edmonton. Yeah, that was it. It took my captain's ban, but I'm still the Everton captain. Hey, it's Carv. Big up you lot, man. We'll get into what the papers are saying in a minute, but top form as usual, man. Twitch ones. Let him chat, man. I can't lie, man. I've got bigger fish to fry than Richarlison's chatty mouth, man. It's like Eric Dyer. I can't respond to duds, man. I don't know these youths. When you deep it, the calendar year Spurs have, you have to rate it. I can't lie, I don't rate Lynette, but they needed a left-sided centre-back. I wanted Bentancur and Kulusevski at Arsenal. Bentancur especially because he's not going to do anything exciting. He's just a competent midfielder. He understands the role. He's cultured on the ball. Again, a big reason as to why Spurs got top 4. They did everything we didn't. They showed bottle, the experience factor of specifically Conte played in. They addressed areas that could give them a boost in January. But hey, this is it, really and truly. Yo, DG in the chat. Arsenal should try and get Aaron Ramsey back. No. It's never nice to go back to your ex. It might seem good, but it's never nice, man. Ramsey's done, man. He's gonna want the bag here. Nah, bro. Where's he gonna play? Because at this moment in time, I'm not really with the Aaron Ramsey deep line playmaker business. He'd have to give him a free role. I'm not giving him a free role ahead of, even though ahead of Fabio Vieira. I'm definitely not giving him game time ahead of Smith Rowe and obviously Odegaard. That it's gone, bro. It's gone. Big up Zaza. When are you next live streaming FMDG? I would say tomorrow. If tomorrow don't bang, then Saturday, only because it's not in the calendar yet, but it's England versus Israel under-19s championship final. I think it kicks off at 7, so we're gonna watch that. So we can either do a little one before quickly and then go into that, or pardon me, whatever. But I can't lie, I was actually gonna do a Love Island live stream tomorrow as well after it, because if that kicks off at 7, obviously, it's going to be done like 8:45, 8:50 or something like that. Might as well just circle the block and just watch Love Island, didn't it, really? So, yeah, man. Them North London derby's going to be lit. Tottenham got some shit houses now. Son's just a cheater, but I hear that. Højbjerg, Richarlison, Basuma, Kane, Romero. I mean, that's what they need. That's some exciting players for a manager to want to work with, really and truly, you know? And again, Conte can't cry about nothing because... whether you got your first choice targets or something is another question, but Spurs have given you, and it's not done yet. Spurs are giving you dons to work with, especially as they're in Champions League next season. Hopefully, they're only there on vacation, and it's quickly rubbed out, and they joined us in the group stages. You get the point. Big up you lot, man. I hope you're doing well, Naz. Big up everybody tuned in. It's okay, 0-0 mentality. Come on, bro. You know me and the team. That's me. 0-0. And then it's time when we're when the other team's a bit aggy, it's time to shithouse. Boys, we're winning 2-0, 3-0, whatever, but it's 0-0. Boys, they're shit, but keep going. I love the verbal, man. Do you know what it is? I love when people give me verbal because it means I'm going to give you verbal. And respectfully, I'm not a crazy guy or nothing, but I'm probably, and I speak for the real ones out there that are in the vast majority of, I mean everything 100% say. Yeah, though, and I'm really, really to take it there, if I'm completely honest with you. And some of the things I can't repeat. Like I remember one time just on some Mike Tyson stuff, like just saying mad stuff in this right wing is it, this left wing is here. Sorry, pause. Just saying mad things. I can't even repeat. Just mad things. He's even looking at me like this brother is tapped. I'm looking at myself like, damn, I'm tapped as well. But anything for the cause, man. Big up you lot, man. Let him send for us, man. We don't see them man there in the fields. Quick hypothetical, DG. Would you take 40 mil for Smith Rowe and use the piece to get Raphinha? No. I jump on Matisse stream tomorrow. Hey, man, shout Matisse, but come on, man. Nah, DG, wait until Casa to start the Love Island stream. When is Casa, though, bro? Like, when is Casa? DG, you need to touch on the boy Davide. My stock's going down. To be fair to you, Davide's doing drillings, man, with Eric Sue, man. You knew what time it was, really. Them two, they just need to break each other off a little something, or they need to leave that villa, go travel lodge, do what they did, because they just want to fuck, man. Clearly, she wants to press him, he wants to press her. There's bare lust in the building. Go do that, really and truly. Off topic, Dammy needs to stop chatting. He needs to stop doing this Love Island chancellor stuff. Conte loves an Aggie Don because he's an Aggie Don. I'm surprised no bigger clubs in the Prem not looking at Ward-Prowse. Allegedly they were, but Southampton are probably pricing him out of a move, really. And did he not just sign a new deal not too long ago? With it being a World Cup year, obviously, I don't know where he would go. I'd take him at Arsenal. But where is he necessarily going to fit in? I mean, he could play instead of Xhaka, but you probably want someone with a bit more glee. He could be in the squad at City, but there's no need for that. And they've just brought in Phillips. He could actually do a good job for United, especially with their rebuild, but they're going after other dons, really. And if they do get Ericsson, Van der Beek revival, obviously the young Fred is still of use there. Probably not that Ward-Prowse a bad player, but it don't make sense. He could play at Spurs, but obviously Spurs have just brought in Bentancur and Basuma. I'm not too sure on that one. And to be honest, Richarlison, on the topic of Spurs, he might actually get into their starting lineup because I know Kulusevski plays on the flanks, but we're forgetting he can actually play like as a quote unquote 10. I don't know if there's going to be a system change, but there's also that. So that probably rules out half the teams, really. He could play for Liverpool and they are looking at centre mid, but it does look like, with respect to Ward-Prowse, I think he'd be a shrewd addition and he could be the long term, not as quite adaptable in terms of position, but he could take over the Milner and Henderson thing. at Liverpool. It seems like Liverpool are looking for a bit more of a blockbuster centre mid when it comes in. You know, they were close for Tuchemani. They're always linked with Jude Bellingham. So it seems like someone, rather than complementing the side, someone that's going to take the level up significantly is what them man are looking at, really and truly. Surely they need backup for Kane because he'll get in. Yeah, they do. And that's where Richarlison comes in. If Son needs a rest, Richarlison gets in via that. Kane can come out. You might play Richarlison straight through the middle. Son might go back up there. I don't know. But it's a good option to have. Yo, Lynette is horrible, bro. But again, it is what it is, man. Not gonna lie, I'm not too fussed about signings our top 6 rivals are making. Football is about what happens on the day. Leicester, when they won the Prem, shows us it's about winning mentality on the pitch. I mean, I'm here to just talk about it, speculate about it, but it's there, you know, it's the ability to be good over a 38 game calendar, really. So yeah, man. Yeah, I will be streaming with Matisse and Rants later today. Does FM have the capacity to do multiplayer? Would be crazy to have a couple of subs playing alone. I think you can, but some of you, if you get points on DG, you're not gonna leave me alone. Arteta has to deliver Champions League qualification, otherwise he could get sacked. He should get sacked, but I don't think he could get it because I think he could finish. What happened this year could happen again, and you know he could keep his job because as much as I believe what you should say and whatnot, and the chance we had, if he gets 5th again, they might say, well, year 2 of this project since we off the topic of last summer, back-to-back 5th, maybe the 3rd year we can go one better. But again, as much as Arsenal is trying to do this future thing, it's about today. What you do today sets up the future. Obviously, if you get certain grades in school, you know, from the age of whatever to 16, you get GCSEs. The GCSEs you get means that 6th form, college or apprenticeships, you've got better options, and then you can go off to uni and you know all these sort of things where you might be getting more money. So what you do today is what you know sets up tomorrow. If you mess about in class, then your options are going to be limited, and this is why I'm so critical on finding a partner for Partey, what we're doing with Granit Xhaka, the likes of Cedric and Marie and all these dons in and around the squad, because these guys are the players for the present. They set up the future, really. Money's been spent. Arteta specifically has spent a lot of money this summer. Obviously, we have not at this moment in time completed the signing of Lisandro Martinez. Raphinha's gone. Telemans, don't know what's happening there, but there was optimism. There was multiple things going on. It looks like, you know, Jesus is done really, but until it's officially announced, who knows? So money's been spent. You're definitely having a better summer, it appeared, than many would have thought for Arsenal, not qualifying for the Champions League. It's a results-driven business. As much as I like Arteta, at the end of the day, there's other managers that manager, and I don't want to sack him, but there's defo times where if it was another manager at Arsenal, or if it was the same situation at another club, even last season, several times, he might have been able to keep it moving. And for me, obviously, he like the team, he's young and hungry and that, but I don't know about anybody else. Without talking about scapegoating, if you say someone's got mad potential, then by all means, when things go well, talk them up. But when things go bad or things look shaky, you have to get onto you. Nobody's going to question, you know, if Klopp doesn't win trophies or Pep doesn't win trophies or things like that, if they're not good. You know, the same goes for everybody else. So I feel it's that, and I just feel this is a. Let's be honest, that was a position that Arteta wasn't qualified for. He jumped in at the deep end. He got it. Right now, it's more of a we're doing him a favor more than vice versa, because he's jumped in at the deep end. That's his first managerial job in his early 40s. You know, he's probably learned a lot. He's had to deal with a lot. So we need to, you know, it's a bit like a player. You don't want a player to have numerous years of being shaky. The minute they start looking all right, they go elsewhere. It's Arsenal FC. It's not Arteta FC. You know, again, long gone are the days of Wenger. So I hope he can get it right. But money's been spent. People have been rubbed out the squad, etc., etc. So it's time to get a move on in that regards, man. We should have, Klopp, Pep. These men should have been at the club, but I think he didn't want to go, man. If anyhow Andrew and Tasha get the piece, I can't lie. Andrew needs to go yard. He doesn't understand. He's moving like I tweet all the time. He's like Steve Bruce. You see when the new owners came in and Steve Bruce was losing his job and the press was violating him, asking him about the new manager, and they were gassing him out, you're not gonna get sold. Andrew has lost the dressing room. He thinks he's calm. He thinks he's calm. He's getting finessed in Casa Amor. All them dons are getting finessed in Casa Amor. You know, all of them. I can't lie. These dons on Love Island are moist as well, man. Dons are sucking toes on national TV, and 19-year-olds toes at that. Not that you should be doing any of that. Fucking hell, man. Like, cool Ofsted, man. What the hell? I mean, Jack Steffo did, man. I mean, Dons are doing Bandulu stuff. Dons are eating kitty cat to say sorry. You are what you eat. That's why you shouldn't be doing them things. In fact, is is it any shock that Andrew actually is a pussy? Then it is what it is, man. Multiplayer on FM would be lit, but hey, Top Blue, you would be banned from playing. You would all the nonsense you give me on my streams. You Green Red, Danny, forget about it. Forget about it. I mean, I would take Ward Prowse on set pieces along because, you know, we were set piece FC for large parts of last season. Ward Prowse to Newcastle makes sense. That would be lit. That would be lit. And wasn't he close last season to going to Thingy? Going to, what club was it? Villa. So something might be going on. Dortmund right now have 100 to 110 million sell price for Jude Bellingham. Liverpool have interest for next summer, as the Real Madrid, and I'm sure everybody and their dog really. Bro, Dammy's too friendly, bro. He's on some agony aunting. He's too inner like that. Dammy's a chatty patty. I like the guy, obviously. Him in India, come on Wakanda and that, but you're too chatty. Like, you're too inner people's business. That's what leave that to the galley. Like, the man them on the show are too chatty patty, too Jay's a pussy old. Andrew's a pussy hole. Dammy's got bitched on tendencies at times. Bandulu use everybody, you know that Lucas. But to be fair, Lucas a scumbag. But I think he knows the Owen bag, the Michael Owen bag is there if he just sees it through to the end. All of them are wet wipes, really. War chest thing, come on. A lovely question. Dammy could win the whole thing now, man. Black tax, you know damn well the man them are not winning that. Like, you know damn well we're not winning that. We can get far, but you know we're not winning no Love Island, brother. You know we're not doing that. Oh, Rance is right. Paige ain't leng, she's just cute. None of them are leng though. Like none of them. I think India's leng. Paige all right. I thought Ekisu was all right. Then I see the makeup thing. People gassing up Antigone. Shout to her, but meaty food. Meaty star dog. You know, I'm no one special. So again, I'm telling you, Chase, shit, wrong fucking sexy shit. But still, you know, I don't like to talk about people's looks, but still, meaty. Danika's got no shame, bro. No shame. And you know what? She's not for the man them, so I don't care, boy. I know she don't like man them. I know she likes, oh, you know what, what are you doing? I know she don't like man them, so I don't care about her thing, if I'm completely honest with you. She just is where it is. You know, on a night out, she probably gets enough attention, but boy, you got a graft here. You know, how do you keep picking brothers and they keep being angry you pick them? She's got no self-awareness, man. And to be honest with her, she's letting Meaty Dons, Andrew J, all these bitch boys get fake, like, confidence off her. Please make sure you open up another tab and hit the like button on YouTube, folks. But yeah, man. And even, bro, PC Luca, even that, who's that Tory looking brother, man? What's his name, man? Looks like he's part of Aryan Brotherhood or something, man. What's his name, man? The Tory Fed. Forgot his name still, but yeah, man. Bro, she could have cooked. Danica needs to go. She's not for the guys, man. Yeah, but you know, Dammy and that Ikena, they picked the Bandulu IC3s, man. They picked the dons that look like they work in Urban Outfitters and all them things there, man. They pick the weird brothers. They don't pick the real ones because you know it's not going to last long for us, man. Chris Fed, man. Man said Patel or Sean Bailey. They're both Coons, man. Jay was fuming. Even Jay's a pussy as well. Jay's a bitch boy as well because he even tried not to make this about Love Island, but he tried to do that thing to Antigone about, oh, yeah, she tried to move to me, but I like you. And then, like an idiot, I mean, all man them know you do not say to a girl, you're not initially, you wasn't my type, but now I'm into you. Brother, you got to tell lies, but now, I ain't got no type. I ain't got no type. I like to feel the aura. I like to feel the vibe. Obviously, you got a pretty face, and that just adds to it. What you saying? You got to sell dreams, man. Man, have to learn to sell dreams. Remy got done dirty, man. Yeah, he got done dirty, man. But on a serious note, I've never seen a Villa where there needs to be more of a wholesale clear out. Like, bare people need to keep it moving, people. Hella Dons folded, man. Come on, man. Dons were dancing break dancing in Timberland boots. You knew he weren't gonna last there, bro. He were. You know, Dammy and Thing are not winning this. You know, anyone who thinks the man them are winning that, you know damn well they're not. All we need is for them to secure the bag. Danica needs to start hosting TED Talks and self-help books and all of these things about adversity, man. Jack is just a control freak and a gearhead, man. You can tell. Keep your opinions coming. Let's start looking at some transfer business, people. Allegedly, Richarlison and Tottenham, in relation to Richarlison, better yet, Tottenham have agreed a deal to sign the Everton forward. He's set to undergo a medical in the coming days and complete the move. So yeah, Everton, as you know, they spend money on duds, and they're under pressure to meet the Premier League profitability and sustainable rules. I don't know what this means for Tottenham's pursuit of Anthony Gordon, but you know he becomes Tottenham's fourth signing after Perisic, Basuma, and Richarlison. You know, I think he's developing a competitive squad. Definitely where Perisic is, Basuma is, and Richarlison. Fraser Foster's. He's probably just going to be going St. Thomas more and doing Tottenham in the community and hosting talks in secondary schools and that. So that's good for that. Tottenham are also close to bringing in Lynette from Barcelona on loan as well, people. So I don't know what other business Spurs will do, but they've made progress in relation to that. We'll circle back on this. Again, Tottenham apparently have turned their transfer focus to Lynette and obviously Esteban, who we've seen play left back for Thingy, Bandili done. So let's see that happen. Apparently, Barcelona doing the clear out, and shout to G1 and that. If you're a United fan, you're laughing. You got De Jong and that. Apparently, there's 12 players up for sale. De Jong, obviously, he's probably one of the only players that, you know, they're not going to sell the La Masia guys right now in Fati, Gavi, and I know he's not La Masia, but Pedri's the golden boy. They probably don't even want to sell De Jong, but he's one of the only players that are available that's going to bring peas into the club. And to be honest, you have to rate United, because normally United always finessing themselves with transfers. 56 million, and I don't care about money and the structures of this, but apparently they're structuring it in such a way it's like 11 million a year and things. You know, if we're all here to criticize clubs for to do things, it is what it is. So yeah, United are laughing, man. Apparently it's the last day for clubs for FFP, so maybe that's why Everton sold him. They must have panicked. Spurs, what's the word on Spence? I mean, the last talk on Spence was Daniel Levy was taking proper control of that. So maybe that's why it's taken on the back burner. But I think he's probably saying, well, it's a lot of money for someone that plays in the Championship. But I think that one will go over the line, man. Maybe, well, Middlesbrough don't really need a replacement because he wasn't playing for them. But maybe there's a replacement being done there. Not laughing yet, bro. You got him, bro. Like, Richarlison is just like Spurs decent, but meh. Boy. Sergio Desky, you lot keep trying to tell me this brother's good. I can't lie. No matter what, I think he's shit. I'm sorry, respectfully. I think he's shit. I'm sitting here talking with you lot. He's playing for Barcelona, innit? So that's that. I think he's terrible. I think he's horrible. I don't think he's good enough. I think he's Banduli. I think he plays soccer. I don't think he plays football. But he's available. Come on, man. It's 2022. No one wants him, Titty. Come on now. Lynette, shout out to Spurs for doing that. 27 years of age, tied down until 2026. So he's still getting the bag at Barcelona regardless. Memphis Depay, apparently his agents were at Barcelona yesterday and were saying he still has a future. Apparently Xavi likes him, but he probably is going to be one that's moved on. I swear he's only got 12 months on his deal. So there's that. I can't lie, depending on his level of fitness, I might have a little offer. Harry Redknapp setting, see what's going on for Pjanic, really, where Arsenal's midfield is concerned. But at 32, it's done, innit? He's got the bag as well, people. He's set to see out the last 2 years of his deal. I mean, in about 20 years' time, Pjanic and Arthur both are going to get arrested for money laundering. Neto, how long until you're linked with Arsenal again? You haven't actually been linked with Arsenal. I mean, Meady, Braithwaite. You got to be bugging out to sign him. Ricky Peak. Apparently, you like partying with PK, Meady, Trincao, not levels, Minguesa, Meady, Donny, Meady, Coutinho, Meady. So it's just meaty things going on the roads right now, if I'm honest. Pjanic got done dirty. Man. Koeman didn't rate him clearly. Apparently, what? That scared me. I didn't even read that properly. But Arsenal linked. Morata returns to Atletico Madrid as Juventus decide against signing striker outright. That's good for them, man. Stop linking him with Arsenal. I'm not on that. Please. We've already got Meady done. Please. Where's the transfer bit? Apparently Lewandowski is missing, as he's gone missing from a media event for Bayern Munich. Apparently he's prepared to go on strike to force his move to Barcelona. And I'm sure you all saw yesterday he was in Ibiza. Chelsea have been handed a boost for De Ligt. I can't lie, it's not fair, man. These men can't get Raphinha, Dembele, potentially, probably even fucking Neymar and De Ligt. We have to run so much agendas, people. The CEO of Juventus has said it's impossible to keep a player who wants to leave, and I can't blame him. Juventus are not really competitive at this moment. He probably feels he's got a bit of education. Chelsea have won the Champions League recently, the lure of the Premier League, the riches of the Premier League, the London aspect for a 22-year-old as well. It makes three at the back as well. You know, Thomas Tuchel can do a thing for you. It makes sense. I don't know with it being a World Cup here. Obviously, he's still going to go to the World Cup, but it is what it is, man. You know, it is what it is. Today, keeping a player who wants to leave is impossible. It's not always about the money. And if one wants to go, you don't just tell him, okay, go ahead. It's hard to keep a player, but all those sitting at the table of negotiations must be satisfied. Who has the money wins. So you put up the piece for him. You can get him really and truly. Di Maria seems set to join Pogba and going to Juventus as well, people. So yeah, it is what it is in that regard. Where's the transfer thing where it's just normally just telling you everything that's happened? This is annoying. Sorry, people. Normally there's just like a little transfer thing. This is just Manchester United transfers. Where's the live blog? All right, here. And I mean, it seems like it's gone in it, but we keep hearing. I think De Jong's a United player, but they keep saying he's hesitant and resistant to the United move. Bro, they want to sell you. Morata's bust out. Chelsea been handed the lit boost. Celtic have signed Sampdoria. Chelsea are waiting on a yes from Raphinha. According to Sports Witness, Chelsea are simply waiting on Raphinha agreement to join the London club, having already agreed a fee with Leeds, though the player does not appear to be convinced as he awaits Barca move. I mean, Chelsea was second choice. If Barca can't front the peas, then I guess his client, Deco's agent, goes. Deco's client, goes to Chelsea. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with him wanting Barcelona and at opposed to Chelsea and Arsenal. And I don't really care for this, but one has to wonder if you're Chelsea and you get him. I don't question his commitment levels because I think he'll get with it. But, you know, it's not that the player didn't want to sign for you, but it's like you're not his first choice necessarily. The same logic to Arsenal. So, yeah, Chelsea are ahead. They've agreed or roughly agreed, as some articles say, personal terms. They've clearly prepared to pay Leeds what they want. This guy's heart set on Barcelona. Can Barcelona give Leeds what they want? Chelsea can afford everything, but the players clearly having cold feet. Allegedly, Arsenal are going to, keep going to the end. Arsenal can only get him if Barca say, you know what, forget that. Chelsea say, forget that. And he's only got us to work with him. That Leeds might sit there and say, well, we might make less money next year, but we're probably going to have a relegation race. And it's probably better to lose Calvin Phillips and not just Raphinha as a case of losing both. So I don't know how that one develops, but it's a merry-go-round. United have joined Newcastle in the race for Benoit. I cannot say his name, but this 21-year-old is quite a decent centre-half at Monaco. Tottenham, remain convinced in signing Spence. Arsenal lead United in the race for Martinez. Now, I'm not against the signing of Martinez, but I have to wonder. I'm not saying centre-half isn't a priority, people, but for me, and I've said it before, if I could for Arsenal, I would get a centre mid or two or three. I'd get a striker, which we've got with Jesus. I'd get a right winger, which was the links with Raphinha and other people. We'll see what happens. And I'd be open to getting a centre back that's a bit different to what we have. But saying that, I know Arsenal fans are getting it, and maybe even United fans getting a bit gassed off this guy's adaptability. One has to wonder 30, 40, 50 million euros for a position that should already be covered. We spent 50 million on Ben White. Saliba's returning. Gabriel's there. Tomiyasu can play there. I'm not against it. I like what I see from him. He's aggressive. He can split the lines with passes. Scares me a bit because he's a bit unorthodox. I don't think he's as good as people are making out, respectfully. I know people talk about his versatility, but I always sit there and say, how much times have they seen him play left back? How much time they see him play as a six in midfield? He's played his most games at centre-half, and he is a left-sided centre-half. It does give us something in the squad. It does put pressure on Gabriel, but one has to wonder what we're doing here, really. I'm not against it, but I don't know what's going on there, really. I think United more need a centre-back than us. Not that I'm turning it down. And if I was Lisandro Martinez, apparently Arsenal have been trying to get you for months, so there is that degree of stuff, but I think there's more game time at United. You could probably be a partner for Varane. Tierney can't either, but Luke Shaw can't stay fit. You could play there. The manager, like Arsenal, United's a massive club. You get good wages. I'm not against it. And if Arteta wants this, then fair play, do your thing. But, a lot of people that are saying I would rather, as I said, I'd rather spend the bag on a winger because we don't score enough goals. I want to see centre mid addressed. to Chelsea. Listen, if you're a Chelsea, Arsenal, or Barca fan, well, not even Arsenal anymore, because we're not that I can. Just want to see an end to what's going on, really. And I still think Chelsea will end up getting Neymar as well, regardless of what happens in this pursuit. But everyone on their nan's gonna add their own little spin, their own little remix and whatnot onto these stories. So we'll have to see how this develops. United and Arsenal have been priced out of a move for Ruben Neves. Apparently they want 75 million for him. Lol. Apparently Neymar is crazy about a Barcelona return. You need that. Raphinha and Neymar. Surely Barca. I mean, again, these clubs are Bandulu. They can find money out of anywhere, but they can find money out of anywhere, but surely they can't facilitate that. And I know Thiago Silva is gassing him to sign for Chelsea. I genuinely think he'll end up signing for Chelsea, in my opinion. But a return to Barca could be what he needed. Now, Neymar's probably best off the left, or for me anyways, he plays as a quote-unquote 10 where he's free. This is the guy they need. You should have never left in the first place, really. He's crazy about the idea of returning to Barcelona. Why PSG are trying to phase him out, I don't know. It is what it is. A man said, DG, you bring up valid points against Martinez, but he's South American, so that means we have to sign him at all costs. I don't make the rules. Amen, bro. Amen. Raphinha will play his heart out regardless. Man gave his all for Leeds when it would have benefited him to let them go getting relegated. Yeah, that's it. I'm just saying, for some fans that do that snooty stuff, and for me with Arsenal fans, they're annoying me. We don't want players who you don't want to sign here. Unpopular opinion, I don't think Raphinha is against signing for us. I think if we were alone in the race, we would have got over the line. But can you begrudge him for wanting to join his dream in Barca or then Chelsea, who are doing better than us? It's a reality thing. He's 25. Do you want to join the most competitive side? You only really sign for us trying to build a name for yourself in the game, or you've been at a big club like Odegaard, it ain't really worked out. You're trying to get some love and pause and rekindle that sort of stuff. If you're competitive 25 or so years of age, bro, you're going to want to go to the European champions, or you're going to want to go to, obviously Barcelona have been rubbed out by their own standards, but you're going to want to go there. It's nothing personal. It's just business, really and truly, if I'm completely honest. So yeah, man, Sampdoria want whoever that. I can't lie. This brother, check the Corey. I hope he doesn't let me down. But I'm big up Malcolm Aboe as well. They signed for Derby, but I think he's one of the signings, if not the signing of the season. It's up pre-season. Give him a bit. He's 22, but I've watched quite a lot of Lens. I think he's very good, man. He's good in the box-to-box role. Can develop even more as a 6. He's very good at 22 years of age. Play for a Champions League club, and I think he will at one point. And to be fair, as a centre mid, a young one playing out of France, going and playing under Vieira, it's a movie. It must be a dream. But yeah, Crystal Palace have done what they needed to do. Paulo Fonseca has become Lille manager. Spurs again are pressing ahead with signing defenders out of La Liga. De Jong is resistant to Man United move. He's eager to prove himself at the Camp Nou. Bro, you got no choice. If they're selling you, brother. Like, you got to accept it at some point. Chelsea waiting for yes from the player to confirm purchase. Agent tempted by Blues. Transfer ultimatum sent to the club. As I said, my opinion, Raphinha ends up at Chelsea. I can't see the Barca move happening, but I'm not no transfer man. Chelsea have dotted I's, crossing T's. They're just waiting for the green light. As you can see here, they've agreed a fee, broadly agreed personal terms, waiting for Deco to do what he's doing with Barca. And then they keep it moving. Lukaku has completed his Inter Milan return and joins Chelsea's loan army. He signed for an 8 million loan deal, really. And I'm sure Chelsea fans are happy to see the back of him, people. Number 90. Oh. Fucking hell. 325k a week. And I mean, a man said he hired a lawyer to facilitate the move. And I mean, it says here Chelsea will effectively be paying Inter Milan to take Lukaku, even with the loan fee being paid by the Italian club. The Blues will continue to pay yearly installments on Lukaku's original transfer, with those payments set at £20 million. Crazy. Undoubtedly the worst signing, and definitely the worst signing I've seen in a hot second. The worst re-signing, if I'm completely honest with you, in history, really, for Chelsea Football Club. But it's put to the end. Premier League clubs want Neymar's PSG transfer talks pick up pace. As you can see here, I'm not, it is what it is. We've covered that. I don't know why this is still here. What's this about? We just looked at this, didn't we? Fiorentina are close to signing Luka Jovic on loan, I believe, initially. So yeah, man, is what it is. Apparently, Lukaku said he kept in contact with the Inter Milan manager throughout the season, and there was rumors that Thomas Tuchel, I think he was running some light-heart banter, and he's like, "How Conte is his daddy," and he got upset and shit. I mean, Lukaku, for some, there's just too much drama and noise for someone that just isn't good enough for none of that. If I'm completely honest with you, Chelsea fucked themselves over, bro. I big up my guy Rance. Come on. Chelsea fucked themselves over, desperation. They bought a striker, and again, I'm not right about a lot of things, but I told you, look, that striker thing wasn't going to work. You could see the logic between buying Lukaku. They had Chelsea with them the season before. They were creating a bag of chances, and no one could score. Lukaku, obviously, in theory, could score. There was all this, become such this good player in Italy and things. Again, ripping Pablo Mari tax. He got a bit of that benefit. Didn't bang past that. I told you, look, within 6 months, and I was actually wrong because it happened before. It's not going to work. Like, I don't even think in hindsight, Lukaku wanted that move now, and Conte wanted that move. I'm not Conte. Tuchel wanted that move. It was never going to bang. It was always going to be booked. It was never, ever going to happen. It's a bit shameful in that Lukaku could have had 18, 20 league goals last season, and fans would have still said, what does he do in terms of general play, which is a bit of a catch-22 for strikers these day and ages. But Lukaku's a bit like Aubameyang in that if these men are not scoring, then there's a whole bag of questions to be answered. And again, you factor in the fact that Lukaku just wants too much baggage. It's like a dead thing talking about cocktails and that. You're not getting none of that, really and truly. He's just not good enough for none of that. It's just too much noise. Anything that costs you, and anything that costs you your peace of mind is too expensive. And for Chelsea, they just have to eat that L, really and truly. Basuma's been cleared of sexual assault allegations. Listen, they say innocent until proven guilty. Obviously, the conviction rate with these things is not really that lit. It's not really that good. But boy, it seems like he's been cleared. And obviously, Spurs were not going to sign him if they didn't have an inkling or speak to people that justice, if it is justice, would take its course. People, so it is where it is. Arsenal have. There's talk of signing a defender. Apparently, Daniel Ballard, who looks set to join Vincent Kompany's Burnley, looks set to join Sunderland. Apparently, he's had his medical and he's agreed a deal. Hopefully, there's a decent loan fee for the footballer there. Not loan fee, permanent transfer fee if he's sold on past that. I don't think he's anything to write home about, but I do think he's better than a lot of the Arsenal centre backs who were playing Europa League and got opportunities really. And I do think he'll play Premier League football one day. I don't think he'll play for the biggest and the baddest in the league, but I do think he'll do that. Once again, apparently Arsenal have submitted. Apparently FIFA have sold 1.8 million tickets for the Qatar tournament. How many of them tickets have gone to normal individuals? You tell me. Apparently the Serie A title is to be decided by a playoff when teams finish levels, which could be quite interesting. Once again, Inter Milan have re-signed Lukaku after a disastrous 12 months, really and truly. Crazy. I mean, these lot need to report these lot for fraud, man, really, and just bust case like that, because that is all bugged. That is all long, really, if I'm completely honest with you. Once again, Xavi and Lewandowski were pictured in Ibiza together. So it looks like Lewandowski's prepared to do all he can to pattern up that move. If we look on this website or for some of these transfer news, it's 6 minutes until we go live again. West Ham apparently were going to sign Danjuma, but they're finding it difficult to agree personal terms. They want him, but only at their conditions. Koulibaly's agent allegedly is in London to meet with reps from Chelsea. So did we see them getting Delit and Koulibaly? I don't know. Look, Dembele's contract expires today. Bayern Munich have rejected Barcelona's third offer for Robert Lewandowski, as you lot can see there, folks. Whatever that means, people. The club would only start considering itself for 50 million. Well, that's one that's probably going to drag out. Dybala's officially left Juventus, obviously. Tulisio's having a medical at Lyon. Raphinha's future will be decided in the next few hours. Chelsea are waiting on Raphinha's answer. Deco has direct talk scheduled with Chelsea tomorrow, which is today. Barca and Arsenal will try until the end. Trying hype, bidding hype, encouragement hype. Did you get the guy or not? And this, you lot thought I was making it up. Again, it could be fake, but who knows? Obviously, someone told me once that Thomas Tuchel and Lukaku were chatting, watching a Spurs match. Tuchel then said, "There's your daddy," about Antonio Conte as a joke. It did not go down well with Lukaku. So you can't have them man there in the dressing room. You're like, too insecure, bro. Man said I got unfinished business. I'm back, baby. I'm very happy. I keep my promises. Brother, I'm not talking on Lukaku anymore, but Neymar's departure from PSG this summer is now very likely. A loan option is on the table that would see a club take on all or at least part of his 35 million euro wages. Thiago Silva is trying to convince him to move to London. Pickford has renewed his deal at Everton. Atletico Madrid have made an offer to sign Emerson Royal on loan. They don't want good things to happen. Lukaku, fam. Such a shit done. Pardon me. Ajax are yet to respond to Arsenal's offer for Lisandro Martinez, worth 40 million plus 5 million in add-ons. The player is tempted by going to the Premier League. United are interested, but no bids yet. I mean, you can be again. I'm not against it, but is he going to be the first choice left centre back? Is he going to be the first choice left back? How good is he at left back? I've never, but you can't. Anyone listen? Big up Martinez for his versatility, but unless you're Ajax fan or whatnot, if you ain't watched him play 10 games at fullback, I don't know if he's lit there. It's not a problem. I have no doubt he could probably do it against a low block, but can you play left back where we're under pressure? I don't know. I can't lie. If someone gets Neymar on loan, that's crazy. The thing is, it's not even. I don't even think Lukaku's unprofessional. It's just empty barrels make the most noise. Rock Nation, very overrated agency. At least where football's concerned. When you look, I mean, Zaha was signed up there. He bust out a few months ago. It sounds all good, but when you look beneath the hood, Barca is broke. That Kessié hasn't been listed on the roster. He'll be there, man. I mean, it's football bants, obviously. If someone, you can't be calling the next man daddy and that, but come on, man. And the thing is, we haven't seen the end of Lukaku because it's not like he was signed for 5 million. There's a serious elephant in the room. He costs hella peas. I still don't think Neymar would be good at Chelsea, but I think Neymar bangs anywhere, really. I think he's the most hated player out of all the genuine world-class talents. I think Neymar's the most hated player because he beats all them allegations. You know, they used to say he was just a YouTube baller. You know, I know he hasn't won Champions League with PSG and that, but he's lit. I think Martinez is seen more like Zinchenko. Looks like he's covered for a 3 and a 6. Plus, he can slot in when Arsenal change systems. Yeah, of course, he can play 3 at the back, could play at left back. But could you get someone of the similar mindset that's cheaper then? If you're on that, should you just buy a left back? Really and truly. I know there's 38 games in the Premier League and there's hella, you know, however much is in the Europa League and the cups, provided you go the distance. And there's obviously injuries and things like that. But yeah, man. As a left back, it's probably going to be the same as Tomiyasu at centre back. He wants both sides to tuck into midfield for balance. I hear that. I don't know why they hate him now. United would kill him, man. But then again, Ten Hag tax, he might get Neymar sourcing, really. But it seems like agent Thiago Silva is on the case with that one, and he's doing all he can to gas up that one, if I'm completely honest with you. So we'll have to see how that one develops. Is there anything else? Anything else relation to Arsenal? Apparently, it seemed like Ake was going to Chelsea. Apparently, Man City have no current intention to sell Ake. Wait, I don't know what's going on there, but we'll have to see how that one there develops, isn't it? Really? Is there any other transfer news? Arsenal just need to. At this point, I just want to see new lies, man. Just want to see new lies. At this point, I just want to link us with Zaha, man. Apparently, Fabrizio Romano has said Gabriel Jesus is an Arsenal player, 101%. I don't know when the official announcement will be due because these things are up to the clubs, but the documents are signed. Calm. And I do think because of the disappointment for Raphinha, we're forgetting we got a good player in Jesus. Obviously, the elephant in the room is, can you bag enough goals? Can you get 15, 20 league goals? But I'm happy with that. It would have been dreamland with Raphinha and all of that as well, of course. If we can bring in another right winger, I'm on that because it gets us more goals. It raises the squad. I know people might sit there and say right wing isn't necessarily the area of priority, but I could say centre half isn't as well. We got 5th for clean sheets. And that's it, a team that have, you know, there's a lot of bad habits. We finished 5th for clean sheets. Where are we when it comes to goals scored? I'm not saying don't improve defense. I'm not saying we're all the way there yet. We're a slightly improved defensive side. We're not a good defensive side, as I keep saying. We're starting to think that bit more. But as you saw, when we beat United, the second half of that game, even when, what was it? Was it Sancho or Ronaldo? Whoever scored, we took the lead minutes before that. The Chelsea game, you know, even when we've played Watford away and things like that, we don't really understand. We've improved slightly defensively, but we don't manage games well. We don't smell blood. You look at Everton and the Leeds games towards the end of the season, we kind of conceded cheap goals. We're not scoring, you know. Goals and assists is one measurement to look at it, but goals, assists, You know, all these metrics were rubbed. And I'm sorry, but and I know we're not Arsenal that we used to be, but we should never be saying Arsenal lack goals and creativity. Look at our history. You know, if you're not scoring goals, you're not going to win games. It doesn't matter if you're trying to win the league or stay in the division. Goals make the difference, really. And that's why I would have been gassed to get Raphinha. 11 goals in the Prem. That could have obviously, you know, helped us with all the other guys developing and things. And it would have been an opportunity to take advantage of the market. I can't lie to you. If we're not going to get people like Raphinha or better, you know, I wouldn't really sign a right winger if I'm honest. You know, if you can sign someone that can raise the level, raise the bar of the squad, why not? Of course, if there's an exciting young player, by all means, do your thing. But you get the point, really. You know, we need to start raising the bar of this football club. Arsenal fans do this funny thing about we can't sign this player because X player is there. Really and truly, Chelsea got a bag of wingers. They're still talking about bringing in more. I know Barcelona's financial structure isn't the best. Bag of wingers, bringing in more. That's how you elevate the squad. That's how you find squad players. We need to stop going out there and getting that. YouTube dons are going to get on to DG for being late. How late am I? 2 minutes. To be fair, everything should be patterned for that, really. Hey, man, we've got 7 likes, man. Smash the like button. So, yeah, they can wait, man. They ain't going nowhere. Everything is set, man. So, yeah. Last question, though, before we set that up, man. DG, what do you think if Jesus doesn't work through the middle? Worst case, flog him to the wing and get that? Yeah, go do up the wide areas. I mean, that's what I said. You know, it's dream world. But if Eddie Nketiah somewhat picks up where he left off this season and he's in the team, then naturally, Jesus is going to have to go on the left or the right wing and get Saka in there somehow and whatnot. We need competition. Oh, we praise players for working hard. We'd love Gnabry, but myth, man. Myth. Would you take Spence at Arsenal if Spurs don't close the deal? Yeah, why not? 100%. I know we've got Brook Norton-Coffey. I don't think he's going to be ready in the next season or two. We need to review him when he turns 20 years of age for me and then see what specifically he's on. But yeah, I do, even people myself, I think we're over-gassing Spence. There's a lot to work on. If I was Spence, I'd rather pick Spurs than Arsenal, purely because away from the Champions League and things, I'm not saying Arteta can't improve players, you know, first double figure season in the league for Smith Rowe and Saka, but an Italian man, Conte, you know, 3 at the back, wing backs, who are you more likely to learn off? Who's more likely to pattern you? And obviously there's Champions League and things like that. And bro, I can't lie, it looks like a free hit at that. Who's Spurs' right back? You know, Doherty at times has found his way into the team. Emerson Royal is not lit. Spence ain't getting ahead of Tommy Asu at this moment in time. Exactly. I mean, Martinez, I've seen his passing looks good. And I mean, if Arteta's got a plan, fair play. DG, but they'll say you're going to stop the development of Brook Norton-Coffey. Again, this is how it is. But a lot of these fans don't watch football. They don't watch these young players. They don't know what they're talking about. And the thing is, they'll put these guys on a level. They'll be the first individuals to rub them out when they eventually get thrown in at the deep end and get smacked up. You think if Brook Norton-Coffey got thrown in at Spurs and Newcastle away, respectfully to the lad, he's doing anything? Have you seen his passing? His passing is not good enough. He's playing with his head down too much. Not even in the penalty he's giving away. There's no awareness. This is a young 18-year-old, 19 in January. I expect that. But it's a harsh world in the Premier League. And you got to remember, even the shittest guy in the Premier League on the left wing, they're going to give these young G's problems. So it is what it is, man. But on that note, obviously, I know the YouTube gang is probably crying. Don't forget, people, I'm literally... Stay where you are. We're literally going live straight again, people. Literally, let me get that title and then copy and paste such. Yeah, man, big up you lot. It's been a fantastic live stream. Obviously, we've just gone over the transfers, really, and we're going to focus a bit more at Arsenal at 11:30. Obviously, yeah, until then. And then, obviously, head over to Rance's show. Anything from 1 to 1-ish. It's me, him, and Matisse. And then past that, I don't think I've got anything scheduled. But if we do announce Gab Jesus or anything comes out, then you know I'm there. But yeah, man, we go again, man. We go again, people. Don't go anywhere. Just patterning up, and then we'll do this thing.
There's always just that active red light, defenders. I think it's like